Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for loving support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of these episodes, we're quickly going to recap on the previous. And in the previous episode, we played 2 games in the Premier League. The first one, of course, being against Leicester City. And I didn't realise we were coming up against the ex-Liverpool goalkeeper, Danny Ward. And to be fair, in the first 45-minute period, he had an absolute blinder, and we did manage to just get 1-0 ahead by half-time. But I was thinking in the second half, if he keeps playing the way he is, we may well struggle to score a couple more. I was hopeful that maybe that one goal will have knocked his confidence right before half-time, and that is exactly what it did. He then only saved, I do believe, 1 or 2 shots in the whole of the second half period, and we managed to put another 3 past him, which meant we beat Leicester City 4-0. We bagged 4 goals, which means we got an extra 4 added to our goal difference. We bagged the 3 points, and we won another game in the Premier League. And then the second game in the previous episode was against Huddersfield, and that was the same sort of scenario like it was against Leicester. We beat them 4-1 this time round, only managing to add 3 to the goal difference, but we still got the win, and we still bagged another 3 points in the Premier League. So if we take a little look at the Premier League, how it stands right now, we've played 17, we've won 14, drawn 3, and we are still yet to lose. You can see the goals for and goals against. Now, usually I'd talk about stuff like this, but in episode 52, we scored with 2 separate defenders, and what I mean by that is Andy Robertson got on the score sheet, and so did Virgil van Dijk. Now, we know from episode 50 that we had scored 3 goals already. 1 with Robertson, 1 with Semedo, and 1 with Van Dijk. The fact both of them scored means we've now hit 5 goals scored by any of our defenders in all competitions, which means in episode 55, which is just 2 episodes away, when we discuss some of the fan objectives, we know there will be another green tick there. So I was over the moon, the fact that we've ticked off another one. And in episode 55, we can go over all the goal difference and stuff like that. But in today's episode, guys, in fact, before we even get into today's episode, let me quickly mention that I have just edited earlier on today, episode 52. It should have went out on Wednesday the 27th. I've edited it, and I asked you guys in that video at the very start, open your ears and listen to see if you can hear any static, whether you hear me cut in and out, whether you hear any stutters, any murmurs, anything in the background, static, crackles, pops, anything, and you guys are to let me know. From what I have edited, obviously the video hasn't gone up yet, but from what I have edited, I couldn't hear anything. So maybe this last resort that the company that made my recording device gave me, maybe this last resort has worked. But I'm not going to hold my breath, because 3-4 weeks ago I thought it was sorted. We couldn't hear any more cracks, popples, static, nothing like that. And then it come back in probably the last 2 or 3 episodes. It's been there, little bits here and there, not too bad, but it has been there. And Lee and a few others have made it aware to my attention. So thank you so much to everyone that done that. Hopefully episode 52 would have been okay for you guys, and hopefully 53 will be the same. But in today's episode, firstly, we're about to face off against Spurs at Anfield, and then we are going to be playing Brighton, I do believe, on the 1st of January. And that's right, guys, on the day the January transfer window opens. So a few things we're going to do in today's episode. First off, we've got Spurs. Then we're going to advance all the way to the Brighton game. Now, when we get to the Brighton game, we're going to play it. And then after that game, I'm going to take 5, 6, maybe even 7 minutes to discuss my ideas for January. And now, guys, it's your job to let me know, first of all, what this audio sounds like in today's episode. And number 2, if there's any transfers we should bring in the January transfer. Not in this episode, I don't think, but I will let you know in the next episode when we face off against Luton Town in the FA Cup and also Wolves in the Premier League. In that episode there, episode 54, I will have straw polls. So if you want one of your questions or one of your comments to potentially be a straw poll, make sure you leave it down below. But this is where I'm at right now, guys, okay? If we head over to, where are we going here? To the transfer, right? And we go to the Global Transfer Network. Ollie Morris went round England looking for players that have less than 1 year on their contract. So players that we can get on a free for season 3. Ollie Morris currently has 18 scouted. Neil Lynch went to the Bundesliga in Germany, done exactly the same, and he's got 22 to view. Harold Martinson went out to France, and he done exactly the same, and he's got 19 players scouted. And Jerry Brady went out to Spain, to La Liga, and he has 15. So what we're going to do is, in the next episode, maybe at the end of this episode, we may well have a little look through some of these players and see if there's any players we would like to get on a free. In fact, what I might do is I might do this at the end of today's episode and then do some straw polls asking you guys for the next episode. But in the January transfer window, we're going to look through some of these players and potentially pick some up. But right now, before we get into this game against Spurs, this is how the shortlist looks. This is how the transfer hub currently looks for me. So we've got Mario Lemina, Koulibaly, Philippe Coutinho, and this man here, Sandro Tonali. Now, this is where it's going down, guys, right? I'm not 100% sure on Mario Lemina. Koulibaly, it's been very 50-50. A few of you guys said, Brad, get him, he's a beast. Some of you have also said, Brad, he gets so many cards, his tackling's horrible, don't get him. Phil Coutinho, again, so many of you saying, Brad, I'd have him back at Liverpool in a blink of an eye. A lot of you saying, do you know what, after what he'd done to Liverpool, the way he left, the way he treated the club coming to the end of his career at Liverpool, it wasn't great, so I wouldn't have him back. Those three players I'm not 100% sure about right now, but on my own back, this man here, Sandro Tonali, is currently linked with Liverpool in real life. So he is a player that I am going to sign in the January transfer window because, as you guys know, we like to keep this Liverpool career mode nice and realistic. And when I see players linked with Liverpool, I tend to add them to the shortlist. If I think they're going to fit in the team nicely or they're going to be, breaking into the team in the next season or two, I tend to put them on the transfer hub and be interested in them. So that is the one player I am definitely going to sign. But over the next episode or two, I'll start doing straw polls and we can see what you guys are feeling for January transfer. But this game against Spurs is up next, and this is where we have to put our focus. And this is the lineup we are putting out. We've got Sadio Mane out on that left wing, Roberto Firmino at striker, Mohamed Salah out on the right wing. We've got Gini Wijnaldum linking up with Ramsey in the central midfield role, Fabinho a little deeper in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back, with of course Alisson between the sticks. Now normally Naby Keita would be in there, but unfortunately he's not fully fit. Sadio Mane didn't score in the previous episode, although he scored 8 goals with the Liverpool players. None come from Sadio Mane, and as you can see now, he has dropped down to second position, and Marko Arnautovic is now top of the Premier League goal scorers with 11. So it'd be nice if Sadio Mane could get back on the scorers sheet today. We've got Roberto Firmino in third with 8, and we've also got Salah coming up after he scored 3 in the previous episode, and he's now joined 5th with Tom Ince and Diego Jota on 7 points. But let's get into this game against Spurs. It's a big one because Spurs, big London club, one of the biggest Premier League teams, always challenging for that top 4 position. They don't always get there, but this year I'm pretty sure they will. They've got a great team, and we've got to be careful of Harry Kane. We've got to make sure Van Dijk and Gomez keep Harry Kane down low, keep him quiet, and we've got to make sure that Mane, Bobby Firmino and Salah are doing exactly what they've done in the previous episode, and hopefully we can look to score 8+ goals in today's episode. It's great when we beat Leicester and we beat Huddersfield 4-0 and 4-1, but it's games like this that make the difference when we're up against one of the big Premier League teams. There's Lucas Moura, Christian Eriksen, Dele Alli, Harry Kane, Hugo Lloris between the sticks, Eric Dyer, Jan Vertonghen. Spurs have a great team. I'm still shocked that they still can't win anything. No offence to any Spurs fans out there, but you'd have thought with the squad that they've got, and especially all the youngsters, you'd have thought they'd be challenging for something by now. But it just doesn't happen, and that is why so many people do Spurs career modes, to bring them some glory. Down in 7th position, they're below Newcastle, they're below Brighton. I mean, we're about to play Brighton right after this game, and look at that, top scoring teams. We are 20 goals more than second place West Ham on 29. We've got ourselves 49. Let's get this kicked off at Anfield and see what damage we can do against Spurs. Nice football here, Gini. Ramsey, go through now looking for Bobby. Ramsey comes away with it again, looks to get his shot off. Hugo Lloris palms it away, and I'll tell you what, it hit the palm of his hand, and I cannot believe how high that ball went. From this camera angle, you'll see him get a hand to it, and then the ball just disappear. Boom, straight up. Let's get on Harry Kane. Oh, look at this. Julian Brandt's going to be through and behind. Let's go, Van Dijk. Nicely done. Goes to the edge of the box. Here's Gini. Bobby poking around the corner now, looking for Mane. Big interception there. Let's pull this down. Here's Robbo. Gini straight through now to Rambo. Rambo lays it off through. Salah! It's 1-0 and it's offside.
No, it's offside.
Oh, it's nice football there. Ramsey into Bobby. Tried to play it straight through, looking for Salah making that run. Just slightly strides offside. Genie up to Mane, into Bobby. Bobby waiting for Mane on the overlap, trying to play it round. Mane's still going to come away with that ball. Mane to dance onto that right foot. Looks to bend one. Takes a deflection. Spurs have been solid at the back for this first half an hour. Nice ball down here. Let's go, Virgil. Good lad. It's going to be a free kick. Foul on Eriksen there. Let's let them have it. We hold up the play, so it's the best we can do right now. Let's see if we can get a counter-attack going from this. Let's get there, Virgil. It's headed to the back of the net from Harry Kane. 1-0 down from Harry Kane. Right on half-time. It's a sickener because we've been absolutely all over the Spurs side, and a simple ball in from Eriksen. Harry Kane jumps for it. Van Dijk, come on, man. Alisson, why are you so far off your line? It's just not good enough. Looping header from Harry Kane. Straight over Alisson. And into the back of the net. And by the looks of it, we probably are now going to go in. Half time in Anfield. 1-0 down to Spurs, which is not great news. Bobby looking at dancing, loses the ball. Yeah, and as we lose the ball to Eric Dyer, the referee does blow for half time in Anfield. We're going in 1-0 down. This is a bit of a shock to the system, considering we have been all over Tottenham. It takes them one look at that, one shot, one on target, ends up in the back of the net. We've had 3 shots, 3 on target, and every single one has been denied by Hugo Lloris. I'm really not sure what we need to do. We're doing everything right now. We've had 57% possession. We're having a lot of the ball. We're having a decent amount of shots. They're on target. I'm just hoping it's only going to be a matter of time before we beat Hugo Lloris between the sticks. But it is going to be Harry Kane to kick us off in this second half. And let's see if we can pull this back. Into Genie, back out to Mane. Come on, Mane, push on now, son. Here comes Sadio Mane. Let's cut it back. Oh, that was close. Should have maybe went down there. Genie laying it over. Aaron Ramsey. He looks to hit one. Ramsey going to win the header. He's taken down. We could have rode that tackle there, but we didn't. Julian Brandt intercepts. Here's Eric Dyer. Let's do some of this ball, lads, before he gets a shot off. Let's get rid of it. Nicely done. And again, go to Mane. Oh, I've given the ball straight away. This is the problem. We can't keep the ball for more than 2 minutes. Keep this pressure on. It's Harry Kane out wide. Nicely done. Virgil's there. Genie. Straight up now to Salah. Salah into Bobby. Bobby looking to turn his man. Bobby going to feed it through now, looking for Mane. Come on, Liverpool. Let's go. Go on, Mane. Dance him. Nicely done. Play it over. Referee, we're going to get anything there? And Sadio Mane's gone down there. It looks like he's not going to be injured, but I'm literally going to have to make some subs. We're in the 72nd minute. What is going on right now? Gino Wijnaldum making his way to the bench for Naby Keita. I think we're going to bring the Ox on for Ramsey. In fact, let's go for Fabinho. Switch Ramsey into that CDM position. We've got the Ox and Naby Keita now going forwards. Definitely need to make a difference here. And then I think the last move is going to be... let's go Junior for Sadio Mane, who hasn't done too much. But hopefully with Junior's pacing behind, especially with their defenders probably being a little bit tired late on into the game, we can potentially get Junior in behind and hopefully slot one home. Here's Naby, straight up to Salah. Salah into Bobby, laying it off now to Ox. Going through to Salah, it's not a good ball. Let's go Ox, nicely done. Junior, playing it round now, looking for the Ox. The Ox is down forwards. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, he's put it wide. If we're going to get a goal, it's going to be one final attempt at goal, I would have thought. Nicely done, Rambo. Round the corner now to Naby Keita. This is good. Here's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain playing it through now to Salah, and Salah is going to be in behind. Here comes Salah now, trying to look for Bobby, slotted to Bobby. Giving the ball away. What is going on? Here's Salah, still Salah. Junior. Oh, just can't get round. Somebody get the ball. We need to get the ball now, and we need to get an attack going. Let's get there. Oh, we've given a foul around the edge of the box. We've given a foul on the edge of the box. Virgil van Dijk picks up a yellow card. Let's make sure we deal with this, and let's try our best to get a counter-attack going here. He's going to go for goal, isn't he? He does! It's off the crossbar. Are you actually joking? Are you actually joking?
Well, take another look at this, Alan Smith. You'd have been proud of this one.
How have we not dealt with that?
Timed the header perfectly. A wonderful example of how to head the ball.
The goal,
oh, it's just a sickener. Trent. just doesn't jump high enough. Dele Alli gets there. Alisson can't get across, and it's 2-1. So this game is certainly over now. Just probably going to go for a shot from the halfway line. It's not a bad one, but it's over. Our first loss in Season 2.
Well, there we are, Alan. We can pick over the bones as much as we like, but the fact is, it's a defeat.
I don't even know what to say about that.
And they always hurt, and there's always something for the manager.
This defeat hurts the most because we've been absolutely smashing it in the Premier League. The stats are going to be so highly in our favour. And I honestly think if that Ox goal goes in, could have been a whole different story. I'm going to be gutted to see these stats here. Oh, it's just sickening. Spurs having 4 shots, 3 on target, 2 end up in the back of the net. We've had 7 shots, 5 on target. Not 1 ended up in the back of the net. We got that game so wrong. We had so many attempts and just not one of them went in the back of the net. Hugo Lloris was on fire. Sanchez was solid at the back for them. And unfortunately, I've just thought about it. Both goals come from a set piece. The ball in from Eriksen, Harry Kane headers to the back of the net. And then from that one, it's a free kick. It's off the crossbar and connects with the forehead of Dele Alli to then end up in the back of the net. And we do lose our first game in the Premier League against Spurs. And it's a horrible 2-0 loss. Right, guys, and here we are back at the Central after that horrible defeat, and I mean horrible defeat, to Spurs. I still can't believe we lost 2-0, and unfortunately with that loss, it does mean that Arsenal have slightly closed the gap. We were 9 points clear. We now find ourselves only 6 points clear. So if we were to lose another 2 games and Arsenal to win both of their 2 games that we lost, they would then potentially catch us. And I cannot believe as well, after 18 played, our 18th game against Spurs, we lost. It's just a sickening. We were going so well, and this is why tomorrow I'm recording the Ajax Road to Glory, and we've absolutely smashed that. We get to draw or lose in the Eredivisie. I'm just hoping that is not a bit of hindsight of what could potentially go on tomorrow, because I do not want to lose or draw in that Ajax Road to Glory. It's going so well right now. We've got such a young, talented squad. It feels amazing to be doing as well as we are in the Eredivisie. But you know what? We've got to take it on the chin. We've got to bounce back, and we are about to face off against Brighton on the 1st of January. Now, one thing that means, guys, the January transfer window is open. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to the office and go through some emails, because I do believe we could well have a few players leaving now the transfer window is open. So let's jump over to the office and go to the bottom. So important transfer market, we can ignore that. Ryan Brewster has now gone out on loan, so happy days with that. Lovren has left and gone to Manchester City, that's fine. Mignolet's gone and moved to Borussia Mönchengladbach. Wilson's gone to Hanover 96, we sold him. Allen has gone to Galatasaray, and Evans has gone to Cologne on loan, so I'm happy with that. Now, Jonathan Tah, I need to play football, as I've said, let me leave the club in this window. And Jose Maria Jimenez also wants to leave in this January transfer window. Now, unfortunately, this is one of the most unrealistic things in FIFA that they've ever put in. If you are a player and you sit on the bench for 200 grand a week, you are not moaning if you don't get in the team every single week. That's just how it is. And one player that I will highly, highly shout out and respect for doing this is Simon Mignolet. He was Liverpool's number 1 goalkeeper. Then we had Karius come in, and he was dropped like that. Karius was there, made some mistakes. Mignolet slowly got back into the team. We then go and spend 65-70 million on Alisson. Mignolet did not moan. He just said in an interview, he'll continue to train hard, he'll do his best, and try and fight for his position. We all know that Mignolet is not getting in the team and will always be the backup. And that's what annoys me, because Jose Maria Jimenez and Jonathan Tah should realise they are backup to Van Dijk and Gomez. And unless they are injured, not fully fit, or out because of red cards or too many yellow cards, they will not be getting in the team. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. So what I'm going to do before this Brighton game, guys, is show you this. So we have £277.17 million to spend if we want in this January transfer window. We have 175,000 in the wage budget, and I've showed you guys there is 4 players currently on the shortlist: Mario Lemina, Koulibaly, Philippe Coutinho and Sandro Tonali. Now, I'm not going to do any approaches, any transfers in this episode. What I'm going to do is, in the next episode, there may be one now, so go and check the description or check the comment section. There may well be a straw poll for maybe bringing Philippe Coutinho back. I may well throw that in. In fact, I'm going to put it in there. There's a straw poll now down below. I don't know how many there'll be, but there'll definitely be this one. And the straw poll is, do we bring back Philippe Coutinho? It's in the description and it's in the comment section. Vote whether you think we should bring him back or not. If he is to come back, he won't be playing on the left wing. He won't be playing on the right wing. I will be playing him as a central midfielder in that role with Naby Keita, Philippe Coutinho and Naby Keita in the central midfield. That right there is a little bit of tastiness. 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. He is an absolutely incredible player, and considering Barcelona in real life right now are looking to sell him, could he potentially come back to Liverpool? So right now, there's the straw poll, and Sandro Tonali I will definitely be approaching and buying in the next episode. So in the next episode, we'll be discussing all transfers. We're going to look if we're getting Philippe Coutinho. I'm going to buy Tonali. We're going to look through some of the players we could potentially get on a free. And then in the next episode, there will be loads of straw polls that you guys can get involved in. But for now, there's just going to be the one about Philippe Coutinho. So let me know down below what you voted for. And don't forget to vote in the comment section. But jumping over to the squad, we've got Sadio Mane out on that left wing, Roberto Firmino at striker, Salah out on that right wing, Gini Wijnaldum linking up with his usual partner Naby Keita in the central midfield role. A little deeper, we've got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then we've got Robertson and Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back, with of course Alisson between the sticks. Let's get into this game against Brighton. We are travelling away and we are away from home, but let's hope we can bounce back and sort them out in this game, because realistically we've just had a horrible defeat to Spurs. Mane, Bobby Firmino and Salah did not turn up. All 3 of them smashed it in the previous episode. Can they prove me wrong at the Amex Stadium, bounce back, and can we put a few goals past Brighton, who I do believe right now are in 5th position? Come on lads, we've got to keep our chins high here. We've got to remember, horrible defeat to Spurs. Let's take it on the chin. It's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get up. And this is why the lads have to bounce back. We're against Brighton, who are now down in 6th position. Newcastle are in 5th. I mean, realistically, when you look at that, Arsenal, Chelsea, City are in the top 4 right now on ourselves. So we've got some big names up there that are going to look to challenge for that top position, and will definitely win Champions League football next season. Let's make it happen, lads. Let's do it. Let's sort it out and let's score some goals. And hopefully it'll be a much easier game than it was against Spurs, because we had so many shots and we just couldn't score. And let's get this kicked off. It is going to be Brighton to kick us off in this first half. And let's get down to business. Granit Xhaka playing for Brighton. Wow, you don't expect to see that. Nicely done, Robbo. And again, let's keep this pressure on. Good lad, Robbo. There we go. Through to Gini. Gini now through to Sadio Mane. Back to Gini. Poking it through now to Sadio Mane. Go on, Mane. Pace it, son. Keep going. Sadio Mane all the way, son. Finish it. Sadio Mane shoots a goal. And Ryan denies. Fabinho turns his man and lays it off to Gini Wijnaldum. Mane. Bobby. Bobby back to Mane. Mane takes it round. Mane this time. It's 1-0. Finally, he's back on top with 11 goals. As long as Marco Arnautovic does nothing, he'll be back joint top Premier League top goal scorer. After 16 minutes, he's already had 1 attempt on goal, and with his 2nd attempt, he does very well to slot that one home. Nice little layoff there from Bobby to Mane, who lets it go between his legs, drops the shoulder, round the defender, and smashes it in that top right corner. Pushing on now. Let's go Robertson. Let's play that through now to Sadio Mane. And Mane with a beautiful bit of skill there. Beautiful touch. Here comes Sadio Mane, holding it back into Bobby. Takes a touch onto that right foot. It's in off the post. You know what? I'm going to say that goal right there we definitely don't deserve. Brighton have been all over us for the last 10 minutes. But we managed to get a counter-attack going with Sadio Mane, who slots it across to Bobby Firmino, who then pulls it back onto that right foot and uses the outside of the boot to put that onto the right post and in off the post. Outside of the boot, hits the post and pings in. Nicely done, Bobby Firmino. Nice to see Sadio Mane and Bobby Firmino getting on the score sheet. Can we find Mohamed Salah on that score sheet today against Brighton? Here comes Knockout now, playing it round. This is nice football at the moment. Let's go. Ball into the middle. Trent, you've got to get there. Nicely done. And now I'm going to look at breaking out with Naby Keita. Here we go. Naby Keita through to Bobby. Straight off to Genie, which now who's pushing on. Genie's got Mane over this far side. Mane looking at dart into the box now. Sadio Mane once again. It's in off the post. It's 3-0. Sadio Mane with another goal. Like I said before, if Marko Arnautovic has not done anything for West Ham, not only will Mane be joint top, he will now be top of the Premier League goal scored. A beautiful ball from Gini Wijnaldum. Mane with a great touch. Darts into the box. Onto that right foot. In off the post. Very similar to Bobby's. Nicely done, Trent. Let's go. Let's get on that, Trent. And he's still got him behind here. He's still got him behind. Let's go, Gomez. Ball into the middle. And the referee blows for half-time. I think realistically, it's a comfortable win now. I don't see why we should suffer a draw or a loss to Brighton. We're 3-0 up. We're absolutely all over them. I'm still, like I said, shocked. I mean, Spurs right now are getting beat 1-0 to Arsenal. Now, yet we lost to Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, but then we smashed them. Was it 4-0 or 4-1? We absolutely killed them off. And the way we're playing right now with this exact team, the only difference between this team and the last one was Naby Keita wasn't in there, and it was Aaron Ramsey. So is Naby Keita the difference? Because this is the normal starting 11 that I would start. Should I have put that out against Spurs, even though Naby Keita was not fully fit? But I'm, over the moon with how the lads are playing. There's no reason why I should make any changes just yet. So let's get this second half kicked off with Bobby Firmino. Ball into Naby Keita. Bobby. Mane takes a touch round his man. Sadio Mane! He's scored another. I do believe now, is that Sadio Mane's hat-trick? It is indeed. Sadio Mane scores 3. He didn't score in either games in the previous episode, although we beat Leicester 4-0 and we beat Huddersfield 4-1. 8 goals for Liverpool, not one come from Sadio Mane. He didn't score in the previous game, should I say, against Spurs in today's episode, but it takes him one good game against this team right now, Brighton, for him to score a hat-trick and put himself on, I do believe, 13 goals. 13 goals in the Premier League. Salah dancing into Naby Keita, onto that left foot, looks at Ben the one. Oh! Just wide of goal.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that effort.
Wow, we had a nice bit of whip on that, tucked it nice and low, and it was only just wide of goal. Let's get there, Trent. Nicely done. Big header up to Bobby. Let's keep this pressure on. Wow, they've got De Jong as well. And De Jong from Ajax. Let's win. Oh, if we could have gone on that ball then, that would have been nice. Let's go, Junior. Oh, look at this. Nice little passing now. Shot off to the back of the net.
They've scored one.
Well, I would have liked the clean sheet, but Locadea, I think that's how you maybe pronounce his name, Locadea has other thoughts. I cannot believe Brighton have got De Ligt, they've got Frankie de Jong, they've got Xhaka, Locadea. What is going on? Brighton have made some absolutely incredible signings. And that's his 3rd goal in the Premier League. 4-1 down. I would have liked that 4-goal difference, 4+ goal difference. So let's do our best to get it back, lads. Bobby through to Junior. Junior back. Let's play that through now. Let's go. Ramsey! Oh, Ryan denies. Here's Salah, gives the ball away. Surely the ref's going to blow for full time now. Yeah, he does. As Granit Xhaka takes the ball from underneath Mo Salah. The referee blows for full time and Sadio Mane will receive match ball. He did score a hat-trick to win one of you guys a t-shirt at the end of the season thanks to a fan objective. He's also managed to score another hat-trick. I thought we'd only score 1 hat-trick all season, and it's Sadio Mane to score 2 from the same man. Absolutely unbelievable. So happy with the result though. We've definitely bounced back. It's a shame we do concede a goal. It was their only shot on target as well, but 16 shots, 9 on target from ourselves. Very happy with that result. +3 added, considering we just went -2 to Spurs. We've basically now got a +1 over the whole entire of today's episode. Right guys, and here we are back at the Central, ready for the next episode to face off against Luton Town. But a few things to touch on, guys, before we end today's episode. Number 1, if you've been listening carefully, have you heard any static? Have you heard any interruption? Have you heard any clicks, any pops, any crackles? Have you heard me cut out and cut in? Have I sound nice and clear? Let me know down below if you've had any problems or if you think it's been absolutely spot on. Let me know down below in the comment section that you are happy with how the audio sounds. And fingers crossed, we have now sorted the issue and we will not hear any more crackles, any more pops, and no more static. The next thing to touch up on is there will be a straw poll down below in the description and the comment section asking you guys at home, should we sign Philippe Coutinho? Should he come back from Barcelona to Liverpool? It'll literally say, should we sign Philippe Coutinho? Yes or no. If you guys think no, then go and vote no. If you think yes, then of course vote yes. Now, I know we keep the Liverpool career mode as realistic as possible, but Coutinho might not be that unrealistic if you think about it, guys. Barcelona are looking to sell him. Klopp did come out and have a little touch-up on the subject and said that he may well offer Coutinho an exit door to come back to Liverpool, depending on how some of the other players and the fans would react to it. And let's be honest, is there many Liverpool fans out there? Forget about what he's done in the past, how he's, the situation was. Forget about the situation of where he wanted to stop playing for us because of money, because he gave up on Liverpool, because he wanted, his dream was to go and play for, the Spanish giants Barcelona. Forget about all that. Let's just say he's a player that's played for Barcelona for the last 5-6 years. Would we go out and buy Philippe Coutinho? Would he fit back into this Liverpool team? As a Liverpool fan, being honest, yes he would, without a doubt. So, for me, I'm not going to vote yes or no. I'm going to leave it down to you guys. And if we do get Philippe Coutinho, then he would be one of the big signings. And I'm pretty sure he would probably cost us, from looking at that, 85 to 100 million without a doubt. And then we've got a weekly wage of £310,000 a week, which is just ridiculous. So he would probably be one of the biggest signings we ever make in January. Of course, in the next episode, I am going to look to get this man, Sandro Tonali, who will play in that CDM role. So my vision for the future, now I know that we may well not be doing a Season 3 at Liverpool, but I'm still going to continue to imagine we're doing a Season 3 at Liverpool. I'm going to continue to play the Ajax Road to Glory and pretend we're going to do a Season 2. But unfortunately, at the end of Season 2 of the Liverpool career mode and at the end of Season 1 of the Ajax Road to Glory, one of these series will be cancelled and it will go down to a vote on a straw poll for you guys to vote which has been your favourite and which one you would prefer to keep. Let's say, for example, we do continue the Liverpool career mode, then Tonali for me is going to be, we're going to have Fabinho as the main, then we're going to have Tonali and Grujic as the backup. Henderson for me, he just doesn't do it anymore. He passes left and right. Yeah, there's odd games where, he looks like a captain and he does play well. But for me, Sandro Tonali is a man that is in real life linked. I may well look at offloading Grujic and I might keep Henderson and Tonali as the two backup CDMs to Fabinho. And then as for Coutinho, if we were to sign him, I'd probably play Fabinho and then I'd play Coutinho and Naby Keita, and then I'd rotate Gino Wijnaldum, Aaron Ramsey and the Ox, rotate them in the central midfield role. Again, occasionally if I had to, if Mane picked up an injury or something, I may well play Coutinho out on the left wing. Probably would never play him on the right wing because we've got Juni that plays out there, we've got Shaqiri that plays out there, and we've also got Mohamed Salah. Whereas on that left wing, we have Sadio Mane, we have Ryan Sessegnon. We don't really have a third player that can play there. Although Junior is meant to play on that left wing, I definitely prefer him on the right wing. But guys, go and vote down below on the straw poll whether you want to see Philippe Coutinho back at Liverpool in this career mode. And obviously, as I say, Tonali will be signed in the next episode. And then if you've got any comments about transfers, guys, let me know down below in the comment section. And then if I like the idea, I will do a straw poll for that idea in the next episode. But there should be 1 or 2 straw polls for you guys to go and vote on now. But I think that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. So if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.